What's up, people? What's going on? This is Kicking It with Cece. So, we are going to be talking about Whoopi Goldberg and Brian Flores. We 2 days into Black History Month. 3 days. Oh, God. So too many of you dying. Hey, what's going on? You got to find a way. Bring some loving here today. Hey, God the Father. We don't need you to escalate. War is not the answer. It's not the answer. Bring some loving here today. No, we got to find a way. America. Do some loving here today. Get lines. Stuff. Pick a signs. It's me. Brutality don't punish me. Talk to me so you can see. Well, what's going on? 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 What's going on, people? That's what we're going to talk about today. Kicking it with Cece. Hey, we're going to talk about it. We got a lot going on. Black History Month is in full effect. Full effect. And what's in full effect? We got issues going on in America. White America. And it's Black History Month. Whoopi Goldberg made the view. She's suspended for 2 weeks. We're going to talk about her. So we're going to talk about her first, and then I'm going to talk about Brian is it Flores? Yeah. Brian Flores Lawsuit. I got to go back and look at his name. So we got a lot going on. So let's start with first of all, I want to say this is only my opinion, my view. I'm not being insensitive. I can only speak on me, a black woman in America, been all over the world, but from the South, and I live in the South. So this is what I can speak on for what I experienced in my viewpoint, in my opinion. So, and also I'm going to try to make sure, I think when we talk about these issues, they're heavy. So, might try to lighten it up, make it a little fun. But we the people say, America, we need to have these type of discussions. It needs to be an open dialogue. So, on The View, they was celebrating about the Holocaust. Okay, the Jews. Everyone knows, yes, Hitler, they did try to take out one race. All that did happen. It's sad. I sympathize and empathize with them, because also the black race has went through their slavery, which America just don't want to recognize what all they did. I understood her point. She said it wasn't about race, it was about being inhumane, which is about both. The inhumane, inhumane to other people, and yes, they tried to take out that particular race, take out the Jews, because this just riddle me this, riddle me that. My point is, And the reason why, because I wasn't going to touch on this. Because when you touch on stuff like this, it's heavy. And then everybody have their opinion. I wasn't going to touch on this. Me and my cousins just got phone arguing about suicide. That's another whole nother video that I am going to do. Mental health and suicide awareness. Because she was like, that's an unforgivable sin. My point is, somebody posted something on Facebook, and I made a reply. And boy, what did they say? I mean, she getting the smoke. And I just say that it's amazing how white America, when a black person does or say something, they're reprimanded immediately. Quick, swift action. But when it's somewhere of the white race, that's all I can speak of, is what I see. At the end of the day, I'm a black woman in America who has served her country for half of my life. So, but yet and still, it's the bias. And everybody's saying she should be fired. This is what y'all have on y'all platform. And I'm doing a comparison because I'm trying to figure out, yet and still, like I just said, and they was like, what do you talk? And I made my point. What I'm speaking about, prime example, Joe Rogan, misinformation, has said some crazy things, inappropriate things to me, or biased, let me just say biased, or about other race, black race, but yet and still, he still has his platform. He putting out misinformation about the vaccination, so that should be a problem. So, and I'm sure he's he's a Trump supporter. It's just my opinion. But he's still on his platform. Spotify ain't removed him, and they don't intend to. And look like they don't care what artists ask for them to come off their platform. They're gonna still keep him there. That's the difference. And I'm gonna use another example, prime example. I'm gonna use Trump, and I'm gonna use President Obama. Look at what he did while he was in office. Look at the things he said and did. President Obama could do half of what he did. Could say half of what he did. Why? Because white America wouldn't have it. Y'all already gave him a hard time just from that, for him getting in office. And I could say that, and I'm bringing this up as an example because I was in the military when he got elected, both times. And while he was running, that's what I could say. That's why I could say, white America, we have issues that need to be addressed. People in uniform, white soldiers. Me and my homeboy, my battle buddy, was in line because I think we was doing something, we went somewhere to do some training. We in line. We hear them. And trust me, and with no low rank, we had some rank on us too. I would never salute him, never give him the respect if he even get in office. That's what we hearing. So we looked at each other thinking, damn, do they not see us right here? That's what we was thinking, well, damn, do they not see us here? Do they not care we right here and we can hear them and we black? I tell you just how much they cared. And you had officers And some of them just be like, I'm not, I know one I had to serve under, but I ain't gonna mention his name, had issues. So, this is something that needs to be talked about. If the Holocaust happened, yes, they tried to destroy one race. Yes, they marched into the gas chamber. That was, damn, that's like in the concentration camps with they had the numbers on their wrists or whatever, and then some of them lose their family. You don't know. Shit, it's like, am I going? That's really, I don't know what I would have did. The Diary and Frank. Yes, just like black people, the Jewish people had snakes. What we called them during the slavery time, the house Negroes. They had those, the Jewish, where they worked with the Nazis, turned their own people in, and all of that. Somebody like the Dyer and Frank, we know somebody gave them up. They had, some of them had the crabs in a barrel mentality. So they had that, and to survive at the end of the day, they ain't care nothing about you. They was using you, but you, to help you destroy your own people. So they got to live with that. But instead of y'all suspending her, what y'all should have done was made it a teaching moment. For the next 2 weeks, y'all should have had, for 1 week, y'all should have brought educators, experts up there to talk about the Holocaust, about the Jewish people, what happened, the Nazi, this and that, and then also to get to understand what she meant about her point. Both did happen. I understand her point. So she just, I think, got excited, didn't know how to get it across. Because let's be clear, very, very clear. Meg McCain, okay, you thriving off your daddy name. And that's the only reason why you have gotten these passes, is because of your daddy name. Okay, not you, your daddy, that name. So we know you ain't gonna change that name. You're gonna carry that name with you to your grave, because your daddy name, that name carry a little weight. So we letting you make it. But y'all, she done have said shit. Y'all know this. She have said shit out of line, wrong, borderline. And what do y'all do? Oh, that's just Megan. White America. And she's white and blonde. No. White America loved blonde blue eyes. That is the queen of women for the white man. Blonde blue eyes. But I know some friends, redhead, brunettes, black hair. But that's what y'all think is beautiful. So she have said controversial things. She had made statements. And yet and still, y'all don't say anything. Reprimand her on some things. That's let's, if we're gonna be fair and consistent across the board, let's do it right with everybody. That's my point. All of a sudden, let me tell you something. The reason why everybody eggshells, everything gotta be politically correct now, even with comedians. Y'all going back when people were saying stuff, just like Norbit. If Eddie Murphy was to do that movie now, oh, it would be so much backlash. He's fat shaming. He's this. Now we sensitive with jokes. Laughter is good for the soul. So now all this happened. George Floyd happened, and I thank God it did happen, because if it wouldn't have happened, y'all would be oblivious, except the black people. We know this has been going on. It was going on 300 something years ago, 400 years ago, it's still going on. It's been going on for years, It never stopped. The only things changed was instead of them wearing the white hats, they got badges. And I'm not, and let's be very clear, I'm not against public service, police officers, because I have served the public. I have served this country. So I am not against police officers. Trust me. They have my respect. I know they have a job to do. But I want you to be fair and consistent across the board. Stop. That's just like I'm saying, they got what's at the 1%. I'm in the 1% every time you look around. It's a black man getting killed by a police officer, unarmed. Or what happened with George Floyd. If we gonna call a spade a spade. If the girl wouldn't have had the recording, we wouldn't have never saw it. It would have been covered up. And he was handcuffed. So let's be real, America. Let's stop trying to put a Band-Aid or sugarcoat it and have an open dialogue about what goes on. The system is jacked up. Yes. So everyone knows. Look at Nick Cannon when he made this comment about the Jews. I think he said they controlled Hollywood or something. And I don't know if it's anti-Semitic or whatever they were saying he said. They was pulling him from his little contracts or whatever and this and that. He had to come out and apologize. But we all know that the Jews do control a lot of Hollywood. So, allegedly. So, was he lying? Or because did he speak the truth? Or you can't speak the truth? So, this is the part I'm saying. Black people, no matter what platform we have, we still have to be careful about what we say and how we say it. Because justice is done quickly and swiftly with us. Prime example, white man they looking for charged with murder. Let him go before they sentence him. Guess what? They still ain't found him yet. But you let him go. Example, black man for murder, he gonna stay there. I ain't even letting him go home. He's locked up. It's after trial, everything. They looking for him. He done put on some camouflage in the woods somewhere. He probably crossed over to Louisiana somewhere. They still ain't found him yet. So they done called the U.S. Marshals, everybody. They still ain't found him because he ain't got in the backwoods. See what I'm talking about? Prime example. And I don't think they said armed and dangerous. Was they gonna shoot him on spot? Nope. Still looking. It's been about 3-4 days. Why they ain't found him yet? It's a good question. But anyway, I just was using that as an example. We have to stop acting like racism doesn't exist. Stop wanting to be sensitive about everything. I have never seen this many black people or biracial people on TV, commercials. It's just, it's shocking. It's like, oh my God. Really? Because ever since that happened, so everybody want to say they are politically correct. When really, I'd rather you show me what you are, who you are, and what you're about up front. That way I know how to deal with you and you know how to deal with me. Instead of putting on a front or faking it or whatever, a facade that this is when it's really not what you want. And all these people are saying, but yet it's still, no one is still calling, and I'm going to bring it up because I'm just want to show you how this is always about race issue in America, especially the black race. How still no charges have been brought up on the people. Ain't nobody, I think maybe 1 or 2 people went to jail for the January 6th Capitol attack. And he said, I quote, he just did a rally or something. If I'm put back in office, he's going to pardon all the people that are charged for the January 6th attack. Riddle me this. Why? You so good Christians, so political people. This is 2 things that you make people mad. Politics and religion. It's 2 things they used to tell us don't talk about. Politics and religion. We used to talk about it. It's just, to me, it's an open discussion. Get everybody a different viewpoint. That's it. It's a viewpoint. We can agree to disagree. But why? All you Trump supporters, all you people that say you good Christians, love one another, you don't have a racist bone in your body, you believe in equality, justice for all. Why are y'all still supporters of this rhetoric? Why no one has said, you know what, that is wrong. You know, I have morals, I have values, and I have integrity. That's wrong. I'm not going to do nothing immoral or unethical. That's my point. Immoral, unethical. Where are your values? What's inside you? What you built off of? Or do you go along to get along? So, riddle me this. This is a question I want to ask for the Jewish people. On the application, it is black, white, Caucasian, Native American, Asian, 2 or more race, or other. What do y'all put? Other or white? Or 2 or more races? I can guarantee you 99.90% they put Caucasian. Because we know they don't want to be associated with being black. We're a little bit too dark. Latinos, they can't go past for Asian because they eyes not low slanted, and so what race is at the top of the this is my opinion, and I'm gonna say this: white, Caucasian. I was going to say Native Americans, but I'm going to say out of the minorities. I was going to say Native Americans, but I'm going to say Asians, then the natives, then the Latinos, Hispanics, then blacks. That's how the minority food chain works. 1, 2, 3, 4. Blacks are the 4th. We're the lowest on the minority food chain. The blacks. The Caucasians are the majority. So, the majority is kind of losing. They don't want to lose that. So, but in the same token, have the conversation to see what goes on with each race, what everybody feel, because everybody always say we always want this a handout. Nobody want no damn handout. We don't. We have to work harder, twice as hard, to prove our place and position on any job. In the military, The fear I was in, because of this, you have to work harder and prove yourself. Because the first thing they already think, females, okay, want to be a pretty face and not do nothing and work. But once you show and prove yourself, you get all the respect from them. You do. But if you go in there, that's probably with on energy, or batting your eyes and this and that, when you doing men's work, a man's work, when it's a male dominant industry, that's what they do, and they try to see who sleep around. That's just how it works. But white America, that should have been a teaching moment, and I don't understand how. If somebody please enlighten me, because I made a comment and folks was mad at me for saying what I said. Why is it whenever it's a black person, they are reprimanded immediately swift, and a white person can do the same or worse and nothing happens? It's like everybody turn a blind eye and they don't speak on it. Why is it that? That's why I said it's about race. And damn, it's Black History Month. We have 25 more days of this. Are y'all gonna let us have Black History Month where we have fun and enjoy it without all these issues being addressed? Damn. So the view, who y'all gonna have on there talking about Black History Month for the whole month? Who y'all gonna have on there? See, Whoopi is suspended for 2 weeks, so that's half of our month. And by the way, who gave us February? Who came up with that? Let me get some old white man. Let's give them February. Because it's only 28 days in a month, unless you have leap year. Well, we the people, I'm speaking for all blacks. We the people say we don't want February. February's don't have enough months, days, and it's cold. We the people say we want May. We want May for Black History Month, because that's the last month of school, and it's right before Juneteenth. So y'all finally gave us Juneteenth for a holiday after 500 years. So we the people say we want Black History Month changed to May, so we can celebrate the whole month of May for 31 days. 31 days. Then we rolling right into Juneteenth. Brad birthday month. Hey, Kansas. So I'm going to start a petition. We need that change. We don't want that. Who gave us that? We don't want that month. We want May. And Jewish people, answer that question, what I want to know. What race do you identify on your job application? Can somebody explain that to me? Because it's not. Is it a religion? It's just an open dialogue. And I know I'm going to lose some friends for this. And for those who are Trump supporters, explain to me, do you think if President Obama would have did and done some of the things he did while in office, would it been the same? Just answer. I want people to answer that. Would it have been the same reaction, or they would have called for him to be impeached? And they probably would have went through with it. So that's why I said the platforms, no matter how big or small, as a black person we have to be careful. And now, that rolls me right into Brian Flores with the suing the NFL. Baby, the good old boy system. You know, in the military, they had the good old boy system. And I will say this. I have met that I can call on right now. I can go to their houses for a lifetime. I got something, like I said, in the military, we're used to seeing interracial relationships and stuff like that, or people married to. But the good old boy system. And this is another thing where somebody made a comment on Facebook, and I saw somebody, I don't want to know, white people, white America, what is the issue? Why do y'all feel we're begging or not qualified for the job? I saw it on this comment about him suing. Somebody said they make millions and millions of dollars. What more do they want? They getting paid. And then somebody say, yeah, that's exactly how they trying to put a black woman, make it all about race and put a black woman on the Supreme Court. Now, let's be very clear. I don't know, what do y'all think, or what are y'all opinion? Y'all think we just dumb, stupid, and don't know shit? First of all, the four or five women that they're looking at, they're educated, probably well educated than more than you will ever have. Whoever made that comment, y'all had no issues, none. And I'm gonna talk about Brian. Y'all had no goddamn issues at all when he put that blonde-headed woman up there, brunette, blonde. She looked like she blonde to me. Young as her ass is. Sit up there all them years. She gonna be 70, 80 years old. When y'all know y'all sometimes have issues living 70, 80 years old. But that old, because I think she might be in her 30s, 40s. So stop it. She ain't got no goddamn experience. And he shouldn't have nominated. That wasn't his position. He was out of there. He did it anyway. And y'all made sure y'all did exactly what he wanted to. And we now know y'all put up there for the abortion issues. And they had an ass. And y'all need to hurry up. Yes, nominate that whoever. He said it is time for us to get somebody up there like us. You have women up there. They can only represent me on so many issues because they're women. But they can't address what I know a black woman went through, or some issues as a black woman, what we experience. Because women, we experience some of the same things, but when it comes to that race issue, you can't relate to me on some things. That is the point we're trying to say. It is time we have something for a representation of us. But y'all don't get there. Like Malcolm X says, he said it best. The most disrespected, unappreciated person in America is the black woman. And that's from it's not our own race. That's the black woman is the most disrespected and unappreciated woman in America. And why is that? Somebody please answer that question for me, please. Now, NFL, Roger Goodall. Y'all gonna come out with y'all little statements saying they don't have no merit, the Rooney Rule. Y'all some snakes. And then Tony Dungy, he wrote y'all a letter last year. I hope he still got that love. I know somebody got it when he addressed y'all about this issue. Y'all didn't take it serious. Y'all don't give a damn because y'all, it's the good old boy. It's the gentleman's club. It's the rich gentleman's club. And I know Jerry Jones, and I'm going to call die-hard cowboy thing. Jerry Jones, you the ringleader. You are the ringleader. And they follow suit. Unethical, illegal shit going on in the NFL. Unethical, illegal, winning season that the Dolphins ever had since 2003, but you fired. Why is that? Riddle me this, riddle me that. Who fires the coaches? You bring a losing team to the best season they ever had. Because he wasn't a yes man. For those of y'all know what I mean. For the black people, I already know. He wasn't a house Negro. Makes you wonder. He didn't do what the owner wanted him to do, which is illegal. You want him to jeopardize his job, his livelihood, and lose every game for $100,000 each game, so you could get a #1 pick. Really? And you sitting on private bills? Really? If I'm gonna do that, I think it's gonna cost some millions where I could go sit down and not do nothing for million, 100. Now, let's talk about that. Hey, let's discuss that number. We might can do that. Let's discuss that number. But let me tell you why he threw 100,000 out there. This is what they think about us. One, we money hungry. We jump on any type of money, just offer them the money, we jump on and they gonna take it. And then we have no morals. Yes, that's exactly what he thought about him. And that's why he offered it to him. To even think he could have that conversation with him. What that tells you. Notice he ain't made no comment about it because it's true. And notice nobody else said nothing about it because it's true. It's true. The only person came out and said something, NFL, unmerited, lies, wrote a good, you know. You already know. The example is what happened with Kaepernick. So, lies. Y'all know y'all have a system in place where y'all, so stop it. It's been proven. That's why he won the lawsuit against y'all. Y'all blackballed him. Why? Because he was kneeling. And like some of you, and this go for some of my battle brothers that was talking about he disrespecting the flag. He didn't disrespect the flag. He did it to show what was going on happening to black people. Racism. That the injustice that was going on. But yet it's still Trump get them SOBs out of them. And what y'all do? Because he was getting y'all tax breaks. Y'all fell in suit. And trust and believe me, the game my husband in, work in, yes, he should be a Republican. He should be. But at the end of the day, he's black. He's a black man in America. Just like I'm a black woman in America. And we only can relate to what we know. That's it. I have worked with all type of, I got I consider family white, Asian, Latino. I consider them my family. I got a few I know I can call and go. Let's get it. But, and I think some of us, we can have this conversation. I got one that's just old. He got redneck country. And he'll say, I ain't nothing but a redneck country. I know if I go down to Dallas, whatever that area, call him, hey, come to the house, wife gonna cook, let's have a few beers or whatever. I know this. Not a racist thing in his body. Some of them, I know one of us, we had a conversation. They say they was voting for Trump. Okay. Why? Because his policy. We had a conversation about it. And I was like, do you don't think some of the stuff he's saying is racist? That's my point. Some of the things, if you saying for his policy or whatever, yeah, he gave tax breaks. So let me say, the oil and gas industry, they gonna vote Republican. Because that's for the people in oil and gas, that's when they make their money, is when Republicans in office. My husband work in the industry. My husband and my cousin work in the industry. That's how they make their moolah. Democrats get in there, they want to shut everything down. And as you can see, with the shit going on with Russia and everything, it's a little slow. But the business, most of the time during the summertime, the oil and gas is booming. And with Republicans in there, they is boom more so, and they make money. Democrats get in there, they kind of slow everything down and this and that. They still make money, but they slow it down. They do all this. That's still going to run and move. It is a good old boy system. Y'all did it. And y'all know y'all did it. And the cold part is about Bill Belichick don't give a damn. Fuck it. Like, shit. Let's put it out there. It is what it is. Yo, old ass Bill, I know you over 60. You know damn well you should have just called that man on the phone. Text the wrong person. And you should have been looking. The reason why I say he got y'all ass, because y'all already hired the other one, Brian DeBall, and he's going, it's 2 or 3 days later for an interview. That ain't no goddamn Rooney Rule. And talking about he was one of the top. Stop lying. Y'all trying to cover y'all ass. CYA. Stop it. Tell the truth to shame the devil. Y'all need y'all ass whooped. It's been going on for years. It's been going on for years. And the NFL is 70% of black men in the NFL. 70% black makes up the NFL. And this is to all my white Americans, Latino Americans, my Asian Filipino people. Good eating, good cooking. And to the Caucasian people, that those that's in the league with them, if you know it's wrong and you stand with them, because guess what? If them 70% decide they wasn't going to play and strike, what would they do? And if all the ones that feel for them, understand the cause and everything, stand with them, what can they do? They would not make no money. It's strength in numbers. They would not make. What games would they have if all the black players stopped playing? What games? Let's just be honest. What games would they have if all the black players walked off and did a strike in the NFL? And then all the Samoans left and did a strike in the NFL. And Latino people. what would they have? What? Please. What type of teams would they have? Flag football? Tag? You it? They wouldn't have. They would have to, let's come up with a solution and a decision. Let's meet halfway. Then somebody said, when Tony Dungy wrote his little tweet, open letter, somebody said, well, what about in the back office? Just because they got some people hired in the back office, upper office, in those positions, doesn't change the system and what goes on. You're missing the whole point. And we do not want a handout. You think Tomlin been 15 years? The only black head coach? Don't think. And he cold in the mud. And I know he talks shit. Don't think he didn't have to take shit and improve himself and everything. Because trust and believe, if he wouldn't have never brought them a ring, he would have been out of there. Out of there. Trust and believe that. That is a fact. That's not allegedly. That's, I'm gonna say, that's a fact. That's just how the system works. You know the Rooney Rule. That's just something to put on paper to say that's what you do. In actuality, that's just something y'all have to cover yourself. Y'all don't apply. You just say, okay, you put one or two on the roster to, like you did, to interview the man, but then you already know who you going with. So why do that? Why even put, like, I'm gonna hire you, but then you really not? That's BS. And y'all know it. And I hope he take y'all to the bank. And the thing is now, y'all not gonna, we know y'all not gonna blackball him, because then y'all gonna have a problem. Because we know that's what y'all do. If he get a job, Brian, be careful, I wouldn't take a job from him. Take their money and go on about your business. Because now if they put you in a job, they gonna set you up for failure. Guarantee you. Even if you win, they gonna set you up for failure. Prime example, you brought them probably the most wins they ever had, and they still fired you because you didn't do what he wanted you to do. You wasn't a yes man, and you didn't take them 100,000, and he doing unethical, illegal shit. Want you to meet with, so say, you can't do that. You can't do that. But that's what they do when they got that moolah. That's what they do. And that's saying money talk, BS walk. So the money makes the world go around. It is Black History Month, and we just getting started. And why we got all these issues with Whoopi Goldberg, that's a black woman. And then we got Brian Flores, the NFL. And all I want to know, why can't this be an open dialogue to talk about the race issues that we have in America? The system, how it's not, how it's set up. And it's not fair for Black Americans. When it's not. So why can't we talk, discuss that, and agree to disagree? Talk to me. What's going on? Talk to me so you can see what's going on. Why we can't do that? Why? Please, let's try that. Peace, love. Happy Black History Month. This is Kicking It with Cece. Please like, share, and subscribe. Talk to you guys later. Bye.